Welcome, Jim Bernard.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Who wants to talk about softball? Yeah. It's snowing in April, and that means it must be softball season time. Our season starts next week, and I'm going to teach you how to lead a softball team to a perfect record in 5 minutes or less. My name is Jim Bernard. I'm the Vice President of Softball Operations. I'm not the manager. If you were a manager, you'd know things about softball. You'd know how to coach people. You'd know how to give people advice about infield fly. That's not me. I collect the money and I call the park board. That's what I'm doing there. Saying, can we? So we're perfect. We're O and N, where N is the number of games. We have had a losing streak for over 10 years. Our N is over 120. I know a perfect record. There we are. We play at the Minneapolis E-League. We play for Dusty's Bar. This is one of our players taking a break on second base. We play in the E-League. That's the one where if the other team scores 6 runs, they're like, okay, you can bat now. We use that a lot. That's a really important rule to us. How does it feel to be in a perfect softball team? Well, it feels pretty good, as you can see. Every time you have a game afterwards, you can go to the bar and think, how did we do it this time? How did we manage to have yet another loss? St. Paul Pioneer Press covered us, worst of the worst of the worst. This was 7 years ago, people. Right? You'll notice he's falling in front of the ball, right? And he's wearing a cape. That's my first tip, people. You need a cape. If you are going to have a perfect softball team, you need a cape. Our cape is black and gold, goes with the B Squad thing. This is made out of kind of that shiny, yes, that's what it is. It's the LeMay. Why? Now, how many capes do you need? Just one, because you don't want more than one guy to be able to do this, right? And so at every game, we vote for who is most cape-worthy, and then that person gets the cape and have to wear it, get to wear it at the next game. And there's Charles, you can see. Pitching, a lot of people think that softball is about hitting. We think that, because it's slow pitch, right? And so we think actually a good pitcher is a very important part of having a successful softball team. Italian meat sandwiches. We're sponsored by Dusty's Bar and Grill. They call these sandwiches Dagos. We think that that's kind of in poor taste, so we call them Italian meat sandwiches. This is this is a double Dago with cheese. I think that's Mott's. This is Marty. He's eating the triple Dago breakfast Dago, I think. That's the one with 2 eggs. So, but if you're gonna have a good softball game, you've got to be powered up. And the Italian, now costumes. Every year we have a new costume. This one, no. Okay, well, totally, great. So I'm gonna go on to the costumes because Mari's wearing the costume. So here's the thing about the costumes, which I hope are gonna pop back up. We made this softball uniform. We went and there it is. Like right here, venting, little venting right there. This cost over $100. A lot of guys on the team never had a piece of clothing that cost $100, right? But we look great. That's really important. You do want to look your best. You got to have 2 Latin guys, right? Advanced degrees in Latin. This guy here, he was on Jeopardy, okay? And he got beat by Ken Jennings, all right? So a lot of people got beat by Ken Jennings. Anyway, you should have 2 Latin majors if you can. Beer is important. The fact that I've got, the fact that my son is in a bee costume, he's like 12 years old now, and then I've got blonde hair and the Nook. It's the Grain Belt, people. You have to have Grain Belt. Grain Belt is the beer of choice of the B Squad. Blood. You got to have blood. You got to give it your all. Even if you're going to lose every game, you got to be out there. And you have to take photographs of them, very detailed photographs. We have a little album that we've put together, and we have it at the bar so that people can review prior. So parents. This is, we had a parent night, and all of our parents came from all over the Midwest. And we made them T-shirts, and we gave them bumper stickers, and the bumper stickers don't say, like, my kid is an A student. It says, my son plays softball, right? Just simple, right? Don't play for these teams. I've played these teams for 10 years. And I can tell you they have mixed records. Not against us, but they have wins and losses. You do not want to play for a team that has wins and losses, people. If you want a perfect record, you do not want to play for the... So is it perfect? I think you're asking your question. Is it perfect, Jim? When you struck out in front of your dad on Parents' Night, was that perfect? Because it doesn't sound perfect to me. And here's what I will tell you. It was perfect, all right? I have never felt as human and alive and perfect as I feel on Wednesday nights playing softball with my peeps. And so with that, I will encourage you to go out, get yourself a cape and a beer and an Italian meat sandwich, and go play softball. Thank you.